want to give a quick shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much for your support.
Hey y'all, it's Kay from the Literary Apothecary, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another monthly wrap-up and monthly TBR video. I'm working on getting back on track. February was a little bit crazy for me between being sick, dealing with allergies, having work be absolutely crazy busy, and school. I kind of fell like way behind. I'm working on getting caught up, but I figured what better way to start getting caught up than just let's wrap up February and move on to March. We're already in March. Some of these books I've already started and finished, so let's just get a move on. In February, y'all know February is a short month, which is not fair to February. It's so much shorter than all the other months. Like, why can't they just share a couple days with February and make it even? I get it, there are scientific reasons and all that, but come on, y'all. Don't shortchange February anymore. Let's just share a couple days with the month and, make it all even. So in our shorter month of February, I read 9 total books, 1 essay, and 1 short story. I had 4 5 stars, 2 4.5 stars, 2 4 stars, and 1 3-star. So it was a fantastic month of reading. My favorite book that I read was A Game of Thrones, and my favorite quote comes from a book that I actually finished in March. I just finished this the other day, but the quote I read was from February, so I'm putting it in February. That is, a marriage is always made up of 2 people who are prepared to swear that only the other one snores. And this comes from The Fifth Elephant by Terry Pratchett. Y'all will hear me talk about that when I do my March wrap-up. My March wrap-up. But let's talk very quickly, because y'all have heard me talk about these books. The books that I read in February, books I finished in February, include Babe in Song by Jonathan Davis Myers. I read the arc of this right before it came out in early February. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. I thought this was a beautiful story, well written, and I had a great review for this on my channel, which I'll link down below. The Seacoast of Despair was our Joan Didion essay of the month, and this was basically about the richest rich people's mansions. It was fine. I mean, Joan Didion, it was a typical atmospheric Joan Didion essay. Also finished Gurzo by I Anonymous. This was part of my Self-Pub Sundays series. I gave this one 3 out of 5 stars. I thought it was a good start, but each chapter and point of view felt a bit too rushed, and we didn't really have time to get used to any one character. After that, I finished Yellow Sky Revolt by Baptiste Pinson-Wu, and this one I absolutely loved. I gave this one 5 out of 5 stars. Also part of the Self-Pub Sunday series. The storytelling in this was top notch, and I did not want this book to end. I can't wait to continue this series with book 2 and see where this story goes. Then I finished Imperium by Robert Harris. I gave this one 5 out of 5 stars. This had a bit of a slow start for me, but had great build-up and amazing one-liners. This was so much fun. After that, I finished Let Your Lips Twitch by R.A. Clark, which was a humor short story collection that I read as part of the book tour held by Eric at Break Even Books. I gave this one 5 out of 5 stars. It had me laughing every day. The Great Hunt by Robert Jordan, book 2 in the Wheel of Time series. This one I gave 4.5 out of 5 stars. It was a great second book with an ending that springs you straight into book 3. At least for me, it made me want to start book 3 right away. My TBR didn't allow it, but I'm now into book 3 and I'm wanting that start. Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman, which was part of our Wine and Crime book club. This one I gave 4 out of 5 stars. This is an adorable mystery about old people solving murders. It was so much fun. A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin, 5 out of 5 stars. Like I said, my favorite read of the month. I liked this even more than I thought I would. I knew I'd like it, but I didn't know I would love it as much as I did. My favorite characters were Ser Jorah, Dany, Arya, and Tyrion. Rook by Alexander Christian. I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars. This was the last book for February in my Self-Pub Sunday series. I loved seeing our young main character learn his way through a changing world and all of the lore that surrounds him. And then I also finished Restoration of Faith, which was a Dresden Files short story by Jim Butcher. I think I am really going to love Dresden and the Dresden Files series. So let's talk about my March TBR now. As I said at the beginning, some of these I have actually already finished. One I have already DNF'd, but you gotta wait until my March wrap up to find out which one I DNF'd, or check in on my bi-weekly reading vlogs to see. So the books that carried over from February into March include Demons by Fyodor Dostoevsky. Of course, this is our last month for this read-along. In just 2 weeks, next weekend, Saturday the 18th, we have our final live show discussing this book, and I can't wait. Some crazy things have been happening in this last part of the Demons book. Also, The Kingdom of Liars by Nick Martell. This was my patron pick for February. I'm buddy reading this with Ben, and y'all, this book is so good. This prose is so smooth, so easy to read, so engaging and entertaining. I am enjoying this so much, and I've already put book 2 on my wish list. I can't wait to continue. And then what I believe is our last carryover, The Fifth Elephant by Terry Pratchett. And so then that leads us into my March-ish TBR. As you know, my TBRs are huge and over ambitious. These are the books I hope to get to in March, but some of these will probably definitely be carried over into April. We have The Dragon Reborn, which is book 3 in the Wheel of Time series. A Clash of Kings book 2 in A Song of Ice and Fire series. Everything I Never Told You, which is our book for the Wine and Crime Book Club. The Trials of Ashmount, which is one of my Self-Pub Sunday books. This is by John Palladino. I can't wait to read this. I've been told that this is like the most grimdark book. I don't read a lot of grimdark, but I'm really excited to read this, and I just love John. He is absolutely fantastic. Heliotrope by Palmer Pickering. This is also part of my Self-Pub Sunday books, and Palmer seems like a really, really cool person. I can't wait to talk to them on Self-Pub Sunday and read their book, because these covers, y'all, are absolutely fire. And Palmer sent me not 1, not 2 books, but 3 of their books. So I can't wait. The Bleeding Stone by Joe Lee. Joseph John Lee, according to the cover. I will have him on the Self-Pub Sundays this coming weekend, and y'all, I'm really enjoying this book so far. I can't wait to see where it goes. Middlemarch by George Eliot. This is a buddy read with Stephanie and Tiffany, and even though Stephanie is like way ahead of all of us, because we said we would start this after we finished Demons, this is supposed to be a 2-month buddy read, starting in March, ending in April, so more to come on that. My patron pick of the month, picked by Kate at Kate Coy, is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. And y'all, look at this cover. Kate sent me the hardcover copy of this, and it is absolutely beautiful. I wish it would focus, but it looks like it's not going to. It's just absolutely stunning. I love how simple and yet beautiful it is. I can't wait to read this. She said it's cute, cozy, and short, although it's longer than I thought. I guess it's thick pages. A little over 300 pages. So I can't wait to start this later this month, because this, she says, is right up my alley. Just a couple more, y'all. Nightfall and Other Dangers, which is a short story collection that I'm reading with Leslie at the Nerdy Narrative. We've gotten the arcs for this one that comes out next month in April, and this is horror short stories, I think. I really have no idea. I don't even remember how this came up, but I'm excited for this. Night Watch by Terry Pratchett, which I believe is the next book on the Discworld series, the City Watch series. Stormfront by Jim Butcher, which is technically book 1 in the Dresden Files. I still need to read. Lustrum by Robert Harris. This is book 2 in the Cicero trilogy series. And then our Joan Didion essay of the month is, and I'm gonna probably say this totally wrong, Guaymas Sonora. Yeah. So that is my March TBR, my February wrap up. I tried to do it short because I'm still recovering from the pollen and the allergies and everything, and my throat is a little bit sore when I talk and just sounds like I'm, anyways, now I'm rambling and I don't need to be rambling. So let me know in the comments below, what was your favorite reading moment from February? What are you looking forward to reading the most in March? Did you hear anything that you really enjoyed reading or you're looking forward to reading? Come and join us on the Discord and read along with us. As always, my Patreon and my Discord information will be in the description below. Keep reading, and I love you all to the moon and back. Bye.